Alrighty. I've assumed a relaxed posture for this one, just a relaxed, feel for this. Camera's odd. Might cover my face like doctors do. That's obviously just a thing. Like instantly, I'm like, oh, I see. There's a thing there where they cover their face. That's so you can't identify them later on. Nothing else. So, couldn't you identify your doctor? Yeah, he looked like this. You can't do that anymore. So, yeah, we've got to, when you have a problem with hospitals, you've got to take all the people that are so called medical professionals out of the hospital in order to organize the hospital, then reintroduce the so called medical people because the organization between making that system work and the organization of like medicaling are two different things. One will over assume its importance constantly when the actual importance is triage and patient flow and all these complicated things. And like, do you know what I mean? Like, get and do it. It's you can't have bureaucrats organizing hospitals because they will organize them like basically like I don't know, like a tech company or something like that, which you can't do. This is the thing. It's like, well, hospitals should be tech companies. It's like, well, no, hospitals are to fix people. We should make it really good, but also fast and efficient so that we can fix it. And it's like you're innately in a hospital, so you shouldn't be there. Like if you're there, something's gone wrong. It's not like a shopping center for fucking like, I'm not sure. This is what it's turned into. It's turned into, I don't know. And it's like a therapy center for people doing that. People are like, I don't know, something is off. Something is awry. Something is always awry. We've got a lot of things going on. And there's always, look at that. Wow. Something is always awry. There is always something to find. Yeah. You'll be amazed what you find out when you don't rush to somebody to sort it out. What's wrong? Oh well, you need what I got. That's what they do. That's what they specialize in. You need what I've got. I've got something. You need it. It's expensive. You better get sorted with some money so that you can get the thing that I've got that you need. Right? That's bullshit. You can't just socialize that, turn it into a part of government. What is that a part of? It's a part of government. Oh, right. Fuck. It's a part of government. Shit. Oh, not a part of government. Oh, no, you can't touch that as part of government. Who is the government? I'm sick of the government. Yeah, the government didn't used to be like this. You made the government way bigger because a bunch of people went to somebody and said, what do we need to do? And they said, we need more government. It is the same thing over and over again. It is people saying, this is what you need. I have it. And it's expensive. And that is the government. You need what I've got, and I'm going to give it to you, but you're going to have to pay me lots of money because it's expensive. Why is it expensive? Because it's complicated and it's involved with the government, and anything in the government is expensive. It's the same loop over and over and over again. But it's like we've gotten down to things like basically there is a too high a percentage of things that would have just happened, like you trip over a stone and graze your knee on the way between Greece and Rome, and then you go on an emergency mission towards the doctor, which is controlled by the government, and then you're already smack bang in Rome, and you never even had to leave. Understand that things heal on their own. We're amazing, majestic, wonderful creatures that have fucking been through a lot in our millions and millions and millions of years here. And despite the few new things that are occurring right now, most of the old things are still occurring and mostly will sort each themselves out by themselves if left. And if not, if you're not what's the word? If you're not exposed to somebody trying to sell you a concept that you're less than perfect, which they just love. You're less than perfect, but I have the little puzzle piece that will add and remake you perfect. And I just plug it in here, but it's really expensive because I've got to, deal with the government and all that. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's why Windows aren't fixed by the government. Unless you want to. Hey, unless you want Windows to be fixed by the government, I think everyone deserves and has human rights to have their Windows fixed by the government. And now, because your Windows are getting fixed by the government, they're going to be really expensive. Do I make myself clear? And if anyone fixes Windows that isn't the government, then they're going to jail. Do you understand? Like, we were the original government because we built the buildings that the government was in. Who do you think was in the government? The people that built it. What are they doing over there? They're building a big old building. What do they call it? They call it the government. They're going to discuss things in that building and then they're going to fucking supposedly be more fair when they come back out of there with swords. That's what the government is. So you can't turn it back around, expect that we're going to forget that we built the government while you play fucking Dexter in your fucking, hospital. Basically, whenever you want to describe something and make fun of it, just do this in your hospital. And in this case, in the medical system, the modern industrial medical system, you'll be quite right to do this. Hospital, medical procedure, surgery, treatment, healthcare. All of those things can be done now freely and willingly because they have degraded into very, very nasty fucking place that is akin to traditional warfare because they're just using little blades instead of big blades. And this is the real machete crisis that is taking place in our country. And because it is so secretive, they have made it secretive and sexual. They're all losing their minds right now. They're running around their living rooms, going mad, fucking just a bunch of cops are just going to blow their brains out. There's going to be an absolutely massive suicide epidemic because Albo paid the police too much and they weren't even really police. They've got teenagers that were like, have you been playing Grand Theft Auto? Have you been to somewhere here? Have you, not got a speeding ticket? Then come and join the fucking police. It's like the Cowdowney Fair, and look at that up on YouTube. The Cowdowney Community Fair. Look that up and then just add the Cowdowney Community Fair Police Academy. And that's what we built with millions and millions and millions of dollars to protect gambling and to protect alcoholism, to protect drug abuse, to protect illegal cigarettes, and to protect, Uber drivers. That is what the Labor Party became. And it's weird. It's really fucking weird. Yeah, because nobody needed any of those things not that long ago. And you stopped concentrating on the things that you needed, like fixing windows. If you have a hole in your house that used to have glass in it, that's more important than having veneers on your teeth. Traditionally, because it's like you know what I mean? You'd think that because it's true. And then there's like a million other things. It's like you can put a bandage on your own child's finger, and that is better than having totalitarian fucking feudal police state in which everybody is stalled in their thing, and they're holding the focus of the actual gigantic problems that exist because everything is running through them and they're morons. Like, these problems are really difficult. Some of these philosophical problems, which is what the police have recently started, they've wandered into. They're like amateur philosophers, but they're doing it with guns and absolutely no or education in that at all. And they're trying to fix the largest existing problems that we've ever had in humanity. Like, in between, I don't know, whatever else they do, getting people for speeding tickets. It's that is the weirdest thing ever. It's like they've hijacked the idea of the, you know, the altruistic police officer, and then just said we can just clone them in a factory, and we're pumping out super police. This is what they're telling us now. No, you can't. These are just people, and I've met people, lots of them, and they're really usually quite shit at doing these things. It's either basically, if they're young, if they're younger than 30, it's like, well, do they come from a good family? Then they don't understand bad families. Do they come from a bad family? Then they don't understand good families, and everything in between. So, in no way can they be the intermediaries in anything to do with family politics, which is all they're doing. That is all they're doing. They just got paid millions of dollars so that we can all pretend that we're going to win lotto and have fucking thousands and thousands of untrained, armed, fucking potential lunatics roaming the streets with their fucking sirens on. Like, put your thumb on the problem. What's the problem right now in 2025? I've been addressing quite a few things that I think are the problem. None of them can be solved by policing. None of them. In fact, every time I implant policing into any of these things, it makes the problem 10 times worse. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Anyway, I just thought I would do that. Oh, I'm going to add now as well, because I was going to do this earlier, but I didn't do it because I dressed up and did that other thing. But basically, I think the largest conflict between people in this current age is that some people are thinking that they need to provide their children with everything to make them succeed, and some people are basically saying that they need to give their children nothing but education and a pressure and a whatever to get them to succeed. And both of those things can be true. But it's complicated. You can't really do, like, each of them is a totalitarian thing. It needs full commitment to do whichever. And then basically our family court system is kind of like, there's a million things like this, and it's getting in between those things, and it can't answer them because they're like lifelong experiments. But then there needs to, like, so this myth at the moment, as far as I'm concerned, this myth of divorce and moving on and all these things with children and dual households doesn't work. It doesn't work ever. I've never seen an example of it work. The only examples of it working are contrived false pieces of propaganda. It doesn't work. It cannot work. It is impossible. The only way it works is if one of them dies, and that is what is actually happening always and forever. So the police are there basically trying to stop two people killing them each other, but they're making it worse. Like, that's where our law stands in there. It's like, it's illegal to kill people. So it's also illegal to, like, defer that kill instinct, which I don't mean totally kill instinct. It's like, if you were talking about a base territorial thing, there is a conflict there between, like, progeny and how it's going to happen. And you can't negotiate that now, because if you it's like one relies on there being millions of police doing everything and the other one doesn't. Because one, it's like, well, if the police are running around fucking being the fucking morality police, then I may as well be dead, because that's hell on earth, because they're never going to be able to do that job. And how do I know? Because just in recent history, they weren't doing that job and everything was a lot better. So you can't micromanage the world, and you can't micromanage the world with a fucking pistol and a taser. Of course you can't. And a siren. That's insanity. Just do a trial in every fucking primary school right now. One of those kids or two of those kids in each class gets to be police officers and watch and learn what happens. Then do it in high school. It doesn't work. It's like, and imagine you can't actually give kids guns. You can't even give them batons. Do you know why? Because they're going to hit the other kids with the batons. That's why. And these teenagers, these 20-year-olds, these 30-year-olds, they're children. If they haven't had children, they're children. And there is no longer a time or a place in this country where I will be policed by fucking children ever again on fucking earth. I've been incredibly patient with this fucking experiment, this socialist fucking delusional fucking nanny state fucking Karen utopia experiment. It doesn't work. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's like you've outsourced every single possible thing, and this is to the female population of Australia for the last, I don't know, 50 years. You've outsourced every single little skill that your husband used to do to a million different people, including like the police, which basically makes it illegal to be a man. If you're a man, it's illegal now. And then we wonder why there's a fucking trans things going on, because you've made it illegal to be a man. You've made it illegal to even think about being what for hundreds and hundreds of years men did. And so basically, I'm going to every morning wake up, I'm going to tie myself to the bed and just wait there for fucking my next orders before I do anything, because there is absolutely nothing else I could possibly do in a million years in this fucking current paradigm that is actually being explained as progression. This is the progressive new world where everyone who is a man wakes up, ties themselves to a bed, and waits for fucking orders. And the orders will come. They'll be like, go do fucking work right now or we'll kill you. And it's like, yeah, I told you that's what you were saying. I told you. I've been telling you the whole time that's what you're saying. Mine's a lot more complicated. Mine's like, we should all do some work so that we have a bit of an easier time with things in our own purview, within our own network known as our family. And if we all contribute in our family, then we don't need to have a communist police state. So the exact opposite to a healthy, productive, secure, stable family situation is a communist police state or police nation or police fucking world. But no one on fucking earth at this moment should be proud and have pride of their children being police officers, because that's not what they are. They're playing a video game that was installed over the top of the world, and they're doing a really terrible fucking whole lot of things intermingled with some things that are okay. But all of them have lost autonomy with being able to tell which things they should be doing and which things they shouldn't be doing. So they just push them all off the cliff together. And then they expect us to fucking cry for the lemmings that are continuously jumping off cliffs. But they're not jumping off the cliffs. They're pushing you and your children and your family and your traditions and your heritage and your religion and every fucking other thing that we've held dear for thousands and thousands of years off a fucking cliff, while they dance around their fucking pagan fucking bonfire, all with their shiny little fucking police badges on. That's what I think of police in 2025. That's what I think of our socialist fucking government 2025. That's what I think of the fucking absolute atrocious nature that every single person has fucking sat there and known this is going on, known that we're in the largest evolution of media and anything like that, and just fucking sat on their hands. But can you blame them? Because like I said, tomorrow morning I wake up, I tie myself to the bed and I wait for fucking further orders. It's just that I've made myself pretty clear on who I will accept orders from and who I won't. I've mapped out my own hierarchy, and I suggest you do the same thing before you even think about carrying a gun on behalf of someone that you've never met, carrying a badge that you don't understand, and fucking, I don't know, reading bits of paper that you were printed out by a fucking Canon printer. Good day.